Hey creative, what's up? It's your girl Jamila and welcome back to my laboratory. Y'all, it's back to school season. I'm so excited. And this year I have a senior in my house. So of course we're going to make all the things. So today I'm going to show you how you can use your embroidery machine to create this super cute applique sweatshirt. So I did it on a sweatshirt. You can also do it on a hoodie, a shirt, a bag, whatever it is that you want to put this on, okay? Super cute. My daughter's friends are already asking me to make them one as well, okay? So of course I'm going to use my Ricoma EM1010 embroidery machine, but just because I'm using a multi-needle machine doesn't mean you can't create this project at home if you have a single needle, because I'm really just using one needle for this whole project, okay? So don't click off, don't get discouraged. I'm gonna walk you through the whole process and you can go ahead and apply it to your machine, and so you can create this too, all right? Of course, everything I use will be linked in the description box of this video. And if you like this video, you learn something new, or if you have a senior that you're celebrating, let your girl know in the comments, and let's go ahead and get started. Alright creative, so to begin, of course, we need to go ahead and make our design. So I'm using Chroma Inspire, which is the free version that comes with my Ricoma machine. But since I'm just really importing a design I purchased off Etsy, you can be able to create this easily in any design software, okay? So first thing I'm going to do is just go over to File, I'm going to hit Merge, and I'm going to find the download. My downloads. Let me find my downloads. Okay, downloads, and it's this double zigzag font right here. And of course I got this font off Etsy, and of course I'll have that linked for you guys below in the description box if you want to go ahead and grab this font as well, okay? Oh my gosh. Alright, cool, got that out of the way. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and open it up, and I'm going to be using the 3.5 inch for this, and my Ricoma machine reads DST files, but as you can see they have all of the files for whatever your machine uses, okay? So basically I'm just going to go ahead and find the letters that I want to use, and now whatever way you insert these is how it is stitch out, okay? So that's just a little tidbit. Let me just zoom out just a little bit so we can see what we're working with a little bit better. Every time I insert this, I'm going to go ahead and group everything together. So that's going to be Control G on my keyboard, and I'm going to go ahead and rotate it, right? I might need to zoom out even a little bit more. Okay, and another thing I'm going to do is go up here and grab the hoop I'm going to be using, which is the 12.2 by 8.3. Go ahead and hit apply. Now hit OK. Alright, so go ahead and hit OK. And now this is just going to help me make sure that my design stays within the hoop. Okay, so I'm pretty much just going to do the whole same thing for all the letters I need. So I'm doing S-E-N. No, I'm looking for the N. Import it, hit Control G, rotates, and position it where I want it to be. Okay, so I have my first line. I'm going to go ahead and select everything. I'm going to make sure they're aligned at the bottom. Then I'm going to go ahead and hit Control G and group all of those together. So now it's just one piece. And for the 24, I'm going to go to File, hit Merge. I'm going to go back And I'm going to do the 2.5 inch for the 24. Now I'm doing 24 in lieu of the letter I, and I got that inspiration from an SVG that I did see off Etsy, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cute. I like how they did that, so I'm just going to do that. So I'm going to leave it on the side. So there's my 2. Let me go ahead and grab my 4. And y'all, I've been like experimenting with this, just making different designs. I actually made a hoodie like this that said creative. And I recently wore it when I went to Fargo, North Dakota. And when I tell y'all, I got so many compliments from the airport to like everywhere I was. I got so many compliments on that hoodie. So this is definitely like super popular. Trying to tell y'all, go ahead and get on it. Alright, so I got my 24. Gonna hit Control G. And now those are grouped together. So that's one piece. So it's this is my I, like I just said. So I have my SENI, so I need my O and R. Alright, so I'm doing the same process, y'all. So I'm just gonna come back when my design is completed. Okay, so this is the design. I have everything grouped together. I'm just gonna highlight everything and make sure it's everything is aligned. Awesome. Go ahead and group that now that it's like that. And that's honestly pretty much it for the design. If you wanted to, you could go in and change the colors. I'm just gonna leave it like this. But what we will do is go over here to File, go to Print Preview. And this is this is basically the size of it, like the template to help you lay it on your shirt to get the position good. And then the second page is going to be your stitch out order, okay? And we actually have quite a few of those, so you can go ahead and print those out. But basically what the stitch out order is, you have your placement stitch, your tack down stitch, and then your first zigzag stitch, and that's for the outer layer. Then you're going to do the same thing for the inside, right? The placement, placement, tack down, and the zigzag stitch, okay? So it's like, I think it's like 6 steps for each letter, right? Because placement, tack down, outer layer stitch, and then it goes on the inside. It is a double layer font, okay? And you will see more when we move over to an embroidery machine exactly what I'm talking about. So now that all of that is good, I'm just going to go ahead and save this file. I'm going to go ahead and save it as first I'm going to save it as an RDE file so I can come back in and edit it if I need to. But then after that, I'll go ahead and save this as a DST file so I can import it onto my USB and insert it into my embroidery machine. So now that we have that, let's just go ahead and move on and start embroidering it. So now that we have our design, I'm just going to go ahead and fold my Bella Canvas sweatshirt in half, making sure that the seams line up. And I'm going to use some chalk and mark right along the edge. And that is going to help me find the center of the shirt, okay? So once I have the center of my shirt, I'm going to go ahead and insert my cutaway stabilizer. I'm using a medium weight stabilizer because these Bella Canvas sweatshirts are super soft. They're fleece lined, so they're super soft. So I just want to give it a little bit more stability while I'm doing the embroidering. Once I have my stabilizer in there nice and straight, positioned where I want it, I'm going to go ahead and put my bottom hoop in, and then of course the top hoop. Then we're just going to go ahead and move over to the machine. I'm hooping it where I'm putting the neck under the sewing arm. So you just want to make sure that nothing is under the sewing arm so that it doesn't get stitched together. And ask me how I know this, okay? So you always kind of want to double check under there and make sure the sewing arm area is nice and free. Nothing is bunched up, especially if you're doing a hoodie. Because sometimes it can hang under there and it'll get stitched, okay? Again, ask me how I know. I'm speaking from experience here, guys. Next, I'm just going to go ahead and upload the design from my USB onto my machine. And then of course, once I have that, I always love to make sure that my machine is on needle number 1. Then I'm going to go ahead and insert the color codes for this project. Now, I'm pretty much just using one color. Well, I started off using 2 colors, ran out of another color, so I'm just doing one color for this whole project. So I'm just going to go ahead and insert this right here. And I am changing my machine from automatic to automatic manual, which basically after every stitch it does, it's going to stop, which will allow me to place my vinyl on there when I need to, cut it when I need to. So it's going to stop. I'll do whatever I need to do, and then I'll go ahead and hit the start button and it'll get going again. Now I'm just going to go ahead and trace out my design on the machine, making sure that I line it up with that chalk mark so that I'm getting my project in the center of the shirt and it's not going to stitch out all weird. Right, so once I have that, we're just going to go ahead and hit start. So here is our first stitch, which is going to be the placement stitch, basically letting you know where to place your vinyl. I'm using vinyl. You can use fabric or whatever you want to use, honestly. So you do your placement stitch, you place down your vinyl, go ahead and do the tack down stitch, and then after the tack down stitch, we're going to go ahead and cut off all that extra material that we don't need. Now, it's easier to do this when you have a contrasting thread, but just be mindful that whatever thread color you use, when you do your final zigzag stitch, you'll want to be able to cover that thread color, right? So if you do a black placement stitch but want to do a white zigzag stitch, that black is going to show through. Okay, so just kind of be a little bit mindful of that when you're doing your color selection. And you'll see me throughout this video hold the vinyl down with my hands. Y'all, don't do that, okay? Do as I say and not as I do, because my machine is going at 1,000 stitches a minute. It is super fast. So when I put my vinyl down and it starts stitching in the beginning, my vinyl tends to shift, right? And that kind of messes up the placement of where it needs to be. So I just hold it down a little bit just so it doesn't move. But that is very dangerous, okay? This machine, like I said, is going at 1,000 stitches a minute. It's very dangerous, moves very fast, and I actually have got the needle caught in my finger doing that one time. Okay, it was a whole mess. Like, I ended up bending the machine, and it was a lot. Okay, and it was very painful. Be super careful. And you would think I would learn my lesson, but obviously not, because I'm still doing it, right? Maybe I just like injuring myself. I don't know, but just be very cautious when you're doing that. But I just haven't, I guess you could say, like, discovered another way to get my vinyl to stay in place while it's just doing those couple tack down stitches. But the process is the same for pretty much the whole video. You do your placement stitch, you lay your vinyl down, you do your tack down stitch, and then it'll do the zigzag stitch. So whatever you do for the outside, you're going to go ahead and do for the inside of this project as well. So let me know, you guys, if this is being super clear. Or if you have any comments or any questions or whatnot, you can leave them in the comments. And you know your girl will always get back to you. Just try and be as super helpful as I can. But y'all, I'm so happy for it to be back to school season. Not even necessarily, like, my kids and I had a pretty, fun, eventful summer. We did things and whatnot. But listen, this grocery bill is getting out of hand, okay? I just need a little bit of a break. Please just help me a little bit, No, I'm just joking. But am I joking? But when does school start back for you guys? For me, it's the beginning of August. So yeah, everything is right around the corner. And like I said, I have a senior this year, so I'm really gonna go out and just kind of do it big for her. She's not really into extravagant things, or she's a super low maintenance child or whatever. But seeing as though I never made it to my senior year because I did have her when I was in high school, I feel like this is just a big moment. Like, when you have being a teenage parent, I don't know, a lot of people just tell you you're not going to get to this moment, or she would follow into my footsteps. So us being here was a journey. I'm super proud of her. I'm proud of myself. And yeah, I just really want to celebrate her. So we're going to do it up. So stay tuned for more senior projects. So anyway, so with this project, some of the some letters are a little bit easier to get to than others, but these curved embroidery scissors are super helpful, and these little snip scissors are super helpful as well. Both of those will be linked, as well as everything else that I use for this video will be linked in the description box of this video. And this hoodie that I'm using is a BELLA+CANVAS hoodie. Y'all excuse me, I keep saying hoodie, but I mean sweatshirt. So this is the 3901. It is a unisex sponge fleece, like raglan kind of sweatshirt. This is the color maroon. Actually, it matches her skull colors perfectly. So that's one thing I love about BELLA+CANVAS, is that their colors are always spot on. You can order your items directly from BELLA+CANVAS. No minimums, no resale certificate needed, with a BELLA+CANVAS makers account. And of course, I'll have that information for you in the description box of this video. Okay, so now that we're done embroidering everything, I'm just going to go ahead and cut off this extra stabilizer. And my friend who does embroidery was like, I should try adding Tender Touch. There's this stuff called Tender Touch to go over the stabilizer that just makes it a little bit softer on the skin. So I haven't tried it, but it is in my Amazon cart, so I'm gonna go ahead and check out. And next time I do an embroidery video, I'm going to use it, and I'll let you guys know if there's like a super big difference or whatnot. But you know, I guess that's really beneficial for the people who like to wear like nothing under their sweatshirts or whatnot. So once everything's cleaned up, go ahead and give it a good lint roll, and I know y'all see how beautiful it is. It kind of like, I wish the camera would have really picked up on how glittery this is, because it is absolutely beautiful. I love this design. As you can see, it's pretty simple to make. I believe Applique is great for beginners, so I definitely want you to go out there and give it a shot. Okay, mix it up. You don't even have to do vinyl. Do fabric, do leather, do whatever it is that you want to do. Okay, and of course, if you like something, you have to make it in another color. So I went ahead and made it in a gray hoodie, and I used the glitter HTV, and then I used some reflective vinyl. Like the silver right there is like a really reflective vinyl. All right, as always guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you later.